The buzz.
The buzz.
The buzz. The buzz.
The buzz is on.
The buzz is on.
The show that gets you up close and personal with some of the hottest stars. Now, here's your host, Novell J. Lee.
Hey guys, it's Novell J. Lee with The Buzz at Buzzworthy Radio. I had the chance to attend the Hot Ones special presentation at the Paley Center for Media, and yes, it is that Hot Ones. For those of you who don't know what Hot Ones is, it is a show on YouTube that has celebrity guests basically being interviewed while they're eating spicy hot wings, and you get to basically see during the course of this interview how much stamina they have when they go through each wing and go through the different levels of hotness. And it's an incredible show. Please, if you haven't seen it, go to YouTube and watch it. And we had the pleasure of speaking with Kim Larson, who is the global head of YouTube creators, creator and founder of First We Feast, Chris Schonberger, producer Domonique Burroughs, and of course, we spoke with the host of Hot Ones, Sean Evans. Take a listen. Kim, how are you?
I'm good. Pleasure to be here.
I mean, we're celebrating Hot Ones. I mean, let's be real here. The fact that we have a show where people get interviewed while eating spicy hot wings, come on.
Doesn't get any better than that.
It doesn't get any better than that. I loved this series since it premiered in 2015. I cannot believe the amount of people that have been on the show.
Do you have a favorite episode?
Oh my gosh. There were a couple. Obviously, Seth Meyers. I'm not saying that just because. Aubrey. Jimmy Kimmel's.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. I'm with you.
But I won't tell Seth that. But yes, Jimmy Kimmel was my favorite. Yes. I could not see myself doing that with the hot wings because I probably would be a wuss and cry.
I think that's part of it, though. I think that's part of the whole. That's part of the whole thing. It humanizes you. It makes real people come out.
It does, and I think that's really the best thing about it is that you just get to see everybody out of their comfort zone, and they really just get comfortable. I mean, does that make sense?
It makes sense, but I don't think Sean gets enough credit. Also, he's such an incredible interviewer.
He really is.
So when he gets people into that moment, he's able to humanize and just bring light to people in a way that I've not seen any other interviewer do.
Absolutely. And with the Seth one, because I did watch that one again today, just for obvious reasons, you do see that with Sean.
Yeah.
He finds a way to, as you just said, humanize them, and I love that aspect of the show. And I agree, he doesn't get that much credit.
He doesn't get credit, and he thinks on his feet remarkably well. He doesn't know where the show's going to go.
How can he do that?
He's a genius. He's just really smart.
Well, I'm looking forward to more. I can't believe it's over 300 episodes for this.
24 award-winning seasons.
Yes.
24 seasons. It's crazy.
And he was nominated for a Daytime Emmy Award in 22. Incredible.
Yes.
Well, I'm so glad we get to celebrate this tonight. So thank you so much for stopping.
Having me.
Absolutely.
All right, cheers.
Chris Schonberger, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
We're celebrating Hot Ones tonight here with this event. First of all, what went into your mind that we're doing this tonight at Paley Center?
Can we say that one more time?
What was it like when you heard that we're celebrating Hot Ones at Paley Center?
It's such an honor. Like, this to me is such a vaunted institution, and we have what on paper is the dumbest show of all time, but we put a lot of effort into it and we take it really seriously. So 10 years next year will be 10 years of Hot Ones.
Can you believe it?
I cannot believe it. And 350 episodes is the one we're screening tonight here at the Paley Center. Heidi Klum. So,
oh my gosh.
To be able to do this and for Seth Meyers to use his time to speak to us about it is a real honor.
He was actually one of the guests on the show.
He was a guest on the show.
And I feel like out of everyone that I've watched, I feel like he was the strongest.
Very strong.
Yeah.
And he had one of the great sort of meta commentaries on the show of all time, where in real time with his face melting, brain slow roasting in hot sauce, he sort of broke down the difference between Hot Ones and a late night show on television.
He did.
And it really clicked things into focus, and it was a great moment for the show.
Oh my God, absolutely. I know you probably get asked this a lot, but was there any particular guest that stood out for you?
Oh man, there's just moments along the journey. Key and Peele was one.
Oh, that was a good one.
Still, I go back to it. One of the funniest episodes of all time. They're so quick, and that was the first one that he woke up to 1 million views. It broke through. And then my personal favorite, which is maybe not one that gets mentioned a lot, so I'll say it, is Alexa Chung. who hosted a show called Pop World in the UK that was one of the inspirations to me for the show. Very cheeky sensibility and sort of cutting through the artifice of celebrity.
One thing, before we wrap up, what I wanted to circle back on is just when you commented about the dumbest show, it's not really dumb, it's actually very smart. I mean, you just have a way, well, Sean does, when he does this, getting out of their comfort zone to where they get comfortable.
Yes.
You know, and what better way to do that by eating spicy hot wings?
Yeah, the magic is that spicy hot wings break down the artifice, but what breaks it down even more is great interview questions. So when you bounce them between that, where they're dying on hot sauce and then they have to reroute their mind to answer a smart question, and then they have to bounce, that's when you really break them down.
Especially when it's at that point where it really hits them and then they're like, I can't answer the question because either it's now hitting them or they just can't speak.
Exactly. And you want them to be able to speak.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I'm so excited for tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming out.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you.
Sean Evans, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. First of all, the fact that we're celebrating Hot Ones tonight here at Paley Center, this is amazing feat. What was your first thoughts when you heard that we're screening the episode 350 here?
Well, you know what? It's so unserious, this show. You know, we're interviewing celebrities and eating increasingly spicy chicken wings, but we do take it very seriously. We work extremely hard on it. So to be recognized by a cultural institution like the Paley Center is a pinch me moment and validation for all the hard work that we do. You know, sometimes week over week, it can feel like you're just trying to keep from drowning, you know?
Yeah.
But it's moments like these that really show you how far you've swam. So it's just about soaking it in and appreciating it.
Well, speaking of soaking it in 22, you were nominated for a Daytime Emmy Award.
Yeah.
For host. What was that like for you when you received that nomination?
Well, it's nice to have the show validated in that kind of a way, and it really does reflect the way that the landscape is changing. You know, I watch Hot Ones on my big screen in my living room. I think that we started off making kind of a late night show for people who don't watch late night shows.
Yeah.
And then that Hot Ones kind of became something that's in the conversation with all these mainstream shows that are on television. So it's just one of those moments that it feels like the hard work that you've been putting in, that it's not just happening in a vacuum. You have an audience that's paying attention, but also an industry that's paying attention.
Absolutely. I said earlier that I probably would not do that show because I feel like I would be a wuss, but I also would do the show because I love spicy chicken wings.
That's all you need. Here's the deal. I can tell just by looking at you that you have a good attitude.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And that, I think, is the most important thing when you're walking into a Hot Ones interview. Of course, you'll be challenged. It'll be uncomfortable.
Oh, of course.
It'll be painful at times. But on the other side of that, that's how you really find who you are. And you seem to me like a curious person, somebody who seeks it out.
I do.
I actually think that you'd thrive in this environment.
Oh, I do. I literally sat there and I just went, I wouldn't do it, but then I'm also like, no, I would fucking do that.
I get it.
Absolutely. Well, I'm so excited for this tonight to see this, and being moderated by Seth Meyers for this, who was one of your guests. That's incredible.
No, Seth is amazing. It was so nice of him to do this. But he's been so supportive of us ever since he came in and did the show. And I remember, he came in still in his show makeup. And
he
came
said
in
that in the show.
Yeah.
He was still in his makeup, and then it was at a point, it was like, I don't want this to melt off my face.
Yes, and he does a talk show every night. He doesn't need to appear on another talk show, but we always remember that and how supportive he's been of us in the wake of that. And then to have him here tonight is just so amazing. So Seth is awesome. Thank you, Seth.
Absolutely. Thank you, Seth. Thank you, Sean, for stopping by and talking with me.
Appreciate it.
Domonique, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I am so excited that we get to celebrate this tonight here at Paley Center. What was your initial reaction when you heard that they were going to screen the 350th show here in New York?
I mean, the Paley Center is an institution, right? And
absolutely.
As someone who went to film school and studied media and television and film, this is just, I can't believe I'm here. I can't believe I'm even in the same conversations as this. I'm looking on the wall and I'm seeing Carol Burnett and I'm like, oh, I'm here too. So this is really cool.
Well, those who can't see us right now, behind us is a big screen that has Hot Ones right there. This big LED just screen, and I'm just going like, this is amazing. Like, that's amazing. You're just walking in, and that's the first thing you see.
It's so awesome. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Just had to describe that for all of you listening right now on your radio. But you getting to watch this every time they film an episode, I just have to know, like, your initial reactions when you see all of this happening. Because for me, I'm so enthralled. I always love seeing how every person that Sean interviews reacts to once they get to that level. What is their initial reaction? I love that aspect of the show.
You know, my favorite thing is when we come in, people don't really know what to expect, and that's always fun. Every person is different. No one reacts to spicy food the same way.
They don't.
So you never know, and I think that that's part of the fun. You know, someone will come in and they'll say, I'm going to be so bad at this, and then they end up doing the best.
I did. I just said that.
But they end up doing the best. Or you get someone that says, I'm really competitive, and you're like, okay, well, you're going to make it all the way through. I know it, because competitive people don't want to lose.
Exactly.
So it's just so much fun. And then other people come in and they're scared, and you kind of give them a little pep talk. You know, you're going to do great. This is going to be fun. Don't even worry about it.
It's just a little pain. It's just a little pain.
It'll be over before you know it.
I did say when I was talking with Chris that Seth Meyers I felt was one of the strongest ones to do this challenge, because I just literally watched his interview for the first time when it came out, and I was going, you survived, and you survived really well, especially at the end where he just went back and just ate more. At the end of the show, he went back and ate more wings, and I was going like, that was a boss move.
Yes, absolutely. And you know, the funny thing is, Seth is an interviewer, so usually the interviewers go into, even when they're being interviewed, they go in and they have a mindset of, they know that it has to get done.
And what's funny about that, for those who've never watched his interview, he actually says that in the show.
Yes. So they come in, they already know the deal. They know that they have to get it done. They know that they're there for a reason. And that's what Seth came and did. And that's why he was so successful at it.
That's amazing. Well, I'm so excited for you to stop by here tonight and talk to me and celebrate the show here at Paley Center.
Thank
Domonique,
you.
thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Many thanks to the Paley Center for Media for having me attend this Hot One celebration. Can you believe that this series is celebrating its 350th episode? Next year will mark 10 years since they've been doing it, and I also need to tell you that we also got to see an advanced screening of their 350th episode, which features Heidi Klum. And I encourage you guys to watch this episode because there was a nice special treat that happened in this show. The episode drops on Thursday, June 20th on YouTube. And I also want to thank the crew of Hot Ones, Domonique, Burroughs, Chris Schonberger, and of course Sean Evans, for speaking with me. The other thing I wanted to mention is that all of the guests who attended this panel last night received a special gift, and that gift was the Last Dab Experience sauce. That's right. It is the Last Dab, the last sauce that they use. And I think their score level for this was over 2 million. So I did make a promise to one of my friends that I will try this sauce the next time I have wings. I will record it, and you will get to see my Hot Ones reaction. I'm telling you, I don't know, but you know what? I will let you know when that time comes. But for now, this is Novell J. Lee, making sure you keep getting the latest buzz with Buzzworthy Radio by logging on to our website at buzzworthyradiocast.com. You can also find us on X at Buzzworthy Radio, liking us on our Facebook page. We are also on Instagram at BuzzNav, my personal account, as well as the show account Buzzworthy Radio. And finally, you can find us on Amazon Music and iHeartRadio. We'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Stay in the know. Catch up on all the Buzz podcasts and videos at buzzworthyradiocast.com. Keep getting the latest buzz with Buzzworthy Radio, now on Amazon Music.